I love that people feel comfortable enough to come here and get dressed up and do all this stuff and kind of live out their fantasy of their favorite characters. It's awesome.
So how do you feel about being the lady who helps them escape?
I feel badass about it. I think it's so exciting. I think I'm really lucky to be a part of the show where the women are really strong and they're feisty and they fight and they do these fierce things and they get down and dirty right along with the boys, and it's been a lot of fun. So knowing that I kind of got that first little stab in, I take a lot of pride in Mira. Yeah, I do.
Yes, I think it's the first thing. Like I noticed, like females kick ass.
Yeah, it's a good show for women.
That's awesome.
It's a great show for women.
Yeah.
What kind of role do you think the freed slave women have? Like, I know the men are going to be like fighting. What do you think the girls are going to do?
Well, I think that's the big question for the slaves, especially the women this year, is figuring out what their role is now that they're not carrying on jars of wine and being forced to have sex with men and doing all these things. They're really trying to figure out who they are and who they are as individuals now that they can have a choice in what they do and how they live and who they want to sleep with, what they want to eat, where they want to live, and all these different things. I think it's a huge discovery process for everyone. My character goes through that a lot. She's basically out in this free world now trying to figure out where she belongs and how she fits in and how she can make a difference. So.
Can I ask, sorry, there's obviously a lot of nudity in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys all comfortable with seeing each other naked by now? And is that kind of scary?
It's always going to be weird. Normally when you first start a nude scene, you sign the nudity rider, you know exactly what's going to go on. You go in, it's a closed set, so only the essential people are there, and of course they have the modesty garments, and everybody's as soon as you cut, you cover yourself up, or they come over, and by the end of it, you're just like, everybody's seen it, just don't even worry about it anymore. We're all good, we're family, we got it. So, yeah, by the end of it, everyone's just like, whatever. But it is weird, because a lot of times I'll have people come up to me, not that they're cast members, but I'll have people come up to me on the street and just be like, oh my god, I love the show, I love your character, I love this, da da da. And my first thought is always, you know what I look like. So it's always a little bit of a mind game to get through that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just trying to buy some corn. So.
Oh my god.
Thanks, awesome, yeah.
Your eyes right now.
And in their head, they're probably not even thinking that, but immediately I go to like, so it's good.
So how hard was it to get into that role where, your sexuality is frequently explored? Like, is it hard, or is it harder, just acting I'm just acting, and then you see it on screen, and you're just like...
there are certain shows where I would never do nudity. It just wouldn't happen. But with a show like Spartacus, yes, you could. There are arguments on both sides of what you can and couldn't do. But on a show, I understood what the show was about. I understood the time period. I saw the trailer of what it was going to look like, and as soon as I saw it, I just thought, I want to be a part of the show. If I were ever to do nudity, this is it. This is number one, where I will look the best, because they will light me, they will do all of these things, they will get my angles, and do everything they need to do. But when it comes to nudity, you're an actor. You act with your body, you act with your face, and as long as you find it appropriate for what you're doing and you don't feel exploited as an actor, it's one thing for your character to be exploited, but if you as an actor feel like you're holding the line as to whatever line it is that you draw, whether you're only willing to do top, bottom, back, or whatever, then I think it's fine. It's just up to the individual person as to what they're comfortable with and what they're willing to do.
Do you think there's been really good progression in forms of strong women in TV shows? Because it just seemed like it's been such a slow progression to get to that, where even today people look at certain female strong characters, they think they're bitchy, but if it was a man, it would be perfectly normal. But I mean, do you think that it's finally where audiences are becoming more accustomed to women, being strong, powerful, thinking, and not being the damsel to be rescued all the time?
Yeah, I do think it's gotten to that point, especially with someone like Hillary Clinton kind of paving the way for a lot of us, and it's not to get into politics or anything, but there are a lot of women that are becoming strong leaders in the community. So for now when you go and you see a woman on television being strong, it's not a normal anymore. And I also think it's the way that women portray it. If you can still stay feminine and do what you do and not try to fit into the man's world, but just keep it a strong female world, then I think it works out.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can you tell me anything about the relationship between Spartacus and your character in this season?
Well, Mira loves the fact that Spartacus is in love with Sora, and that's one of the main main reasons why she was attracted to him, the fact that he was so loyal to her. And obviously Mira would love to get on that same level, never to replace Sora, but to get on that same level. So I think that's kind of what she's going after this season, to see if she can kind of figure out, will Spartacus love me or not?